Hello and welcome to this Varsity St. Christopher's soccer matchup against Fork Union Military Academy. Apologies for the late start. We had one goal by Mason Groom, scores 1-0. What'd you see there, Leopold?
I saw a great play and finish from Mason Groom there. I believe it was a shot, great save from the FUMA goalie, and then Mason just put it in the net. Got the job done.
Yeah, lots of great scores on the St. Chris squad. Last game was a dominant win over Catholic Crusaders. They won 7-1. If you missed out on that stream, we had four different players score. Almost a goal there.
That was a very good look from Mason Groom there.
Yep,
He
and those
was looking
players,
for.
Lucas scored a near, had the hat trick. Daniel Keogh had two of his own, and Cole Butler had a goal, as well as two assists for that new addition. And seventh goal capped off by Noah Daynow. So lots of speed, lots of talent on that offense. I mean, you also saw Son Olsen, Jack Rickards, even Cade Cox. They all look dangerous. There's so many different guys on the St. Chris squad that can score and be the number one guy. And there's so many people out there that Coach Wood can turn to and say, I need a goal, go get me one. So, I mean, I think we're looking at a great squad here for St. Chris.
Yeah, you know what, Hill? I'm loving this great dynamic between the upperclassmen majority and also having underclassmen in the starting lineup. I'm loving that the older guys can teach the young guys, so they're ready for the next season as well. Great
Back
defensive
again.
move there by Evan Broughton.
Yep, Daniel Kehoe managing it right now. A little tumble there. Manages to get it out to Tyler Overstreet. And here's a shot way over. Just a little too much power on that as Chase Bierlin had a pretty good look. Smart move there taking that opportunity. Unfortunately, he's just a little high and to the right there.
Yeah, I love that look from Chase right there. Had the right power, had the right speed, just a bit too high. But I mean, that's all it's about. Just keep that pressure up, keep on making those shots, and some will go in.
Yeah, and that is a high ball. It's just skied by Fuma, and he's going to put it out. And here's RJ Johnson throwing it in. He said his name a lot. He's a sophomore back. He said his name a lot last stream. He's very, very prominent on that team. Gets the ball a lot. Clearly a lot of trust from his teammates, which is you love to see that in a younger guy. And there's a little contact there.
Yeah, very good play from the Fuma defense. I mean, Cole was getting through, getting past his defenders.
And
Ooh.
missed that a little bit, and a little contact there. Looked like it could have been an open look if that had gone wrong, but fortunately, whistle is blown for that contact, I believe, and Saints will retain possession.
Very good recovery there from Carson Stalker there. I mean, if you make a mistake, it's fine, but recovery is half of it. I mean, if you cover, it's all forgotten.
It's true.
Through ball for Chase.
Chase Bierlin, another goal for the Saints, 2-0. Not even 11 minutes into this game. And, I mean, right off their bat, they're looking great. They're looking like they're just picking up right where they left off in that last game against Catholic.
Yeah, it's very fundamental goal, but those are the ones I need to make in these games. I mean, I know Jay Wood is loving it, loving the simple goals, and just loving the easy takes on goal.
Yeah, and here's Verza Javier starting with it for Fuma. And Saints, as always, putting a lot of pressure, and that pass is, I think, looked like Townsend Sexton had him under pressure a little bit, kind of forced that bad pass there. And Carson Stockwell to RJ Johnson. RJ misses it. Carson manages to get that recovery. Like Jeremiah Alexander Quinn had the ball. Looked like he might have gotten an open look there, but just couldn't capitalize. Didn't have the footwork to get around him. And the throw in here for Fuma immediately has got two guys on him.
Almost a very nice interception there by Tyler Overstreet, but good pressure. I mean, couldn't stick with it. FUMA shot, a bit wide.
Yeah, accuracy is a big part of the game. If your shots aren't on target, just not going to win. And Saints were very accurate Wednesday night against Catholic. I believe Lucas scored a near the hat trick, had 75% of his shots on target.
Some substitutions made in the field. We got Mason Groom out for Noah and Daniel Keogh for Hayes Carruthers.
Looks like King Jawunji taking that shot and on target for the goal, but Colin Weiss just lets it fall into his hands there. Rolls it to Tyler Overstreet.
Nothing hard there for Colin Weiss. Fundamental catch.
Yep.
Just simple game. No pressure.
Yep. And the Saints, I mean, they look really calm out there. Not too much celebration or fanfare after those first two goals. Really just focused on getting the next one.
And that's what I love about their mindset. They're just ready to get more goals. They're not going to stop when they're ahead.
Yeah,
and that's great for the bigger games as well.
Oh, this could be a good look. And Hayes Carruthers, some fancy footwork there. Unfortunately, just couldn't get that shot on target. A little errant there, way to the right.
Got past his defenders. A little pressure there on the shot, but, I mean, love to see him taking those shots.
Yeah, I mean, you get enough opportunities like that, gonna get some points out of it. Now, high ball there. Tyler Overstreet gets his head on it twice. Hayes Carruthers. And that pass, looking for Townsend Sexton there. Unfortunately, Lucas Gordonier. And Evan Broughton just passing it back to his goalie, playing keep away here.
Yeah, and FUMA defender number 4, King Kajwenji, just giving it right back to Kevin Broughton.
And these boys look real physical out there. Already had a couple of tumbles.
Noah Franklin is at 2. Sadly, too big of a touch there from Noah.
Yeah, just tried to dribble it into the middle from the wing out there, but just got away from him a little bit and is enough for his defender to poke it away. And here could be a good look. Sutton Olsen with a shot on target, but stopped.
Great save from the FUMA goalie there.
Yeah, Shamail O'Brien managed to get on his side for that. Sutton Olsen again, keeping it away from his defender, back to Evan Broughton.
Not folding under pressure.
Nope.
Love to see that from our midfielders.
Pass up the field.
Cash Kisner gives a through ball to Noah.
And Noah is sprinting after that, but I believe they might have called an offsides there.
Sorry, Bodie Frick.
Getting the ball in place. King Kowinji is going to take this one. high ball. Sun Olsen, beautiful header there to keep it out. And Evan Broughton manages to get his foot on that. Lucas Gordonier passing it out, taken away, but skied up the field. And Lucas Gordonier putting the footwork on out to the wing. Back to Lucas Gordonier. Great pass there. Gets a foot on it. Another shot, and Lucas Gordonier with
An
a
amazing
third goal.
He didn't have that too much of an angle on that goal either.
No, he didn't. That was, I mean,
precision shooting.
Yeah, he's an incredible shooter, and if you give him an opportunity, he's, I mean, I'll put all my trust in Lucas Gordonier as a shooter, and I mean, really just threaded the needle there. Apologies, our some more technical issues. Our camera is dead, but I will do my best here. Sutton Olsen has it about midfield, dribbling up, pass out to Carson Starkler. Turns around, passes it out to the wing, and that is a high ball.
Good attempt there from
Colin
Hayes
Dexter
Carruthers.
there hit a big ball, huge high ball, sorry, from out on the wing to Hayes Carruthers. Hayes got a head on it, but unfortunately couldn't punch it in there, as now the FUMA goalkeeper, Shamil O'Brien, has it. He's preparing to kick it, and he kicks it to about midfield. Tyler Overstreet gets his head on it, goes to the back of the field, and now Evan Broughton has it near the corner. Passes it through a couple defenders. Unfortunately, he's trying to get Jack Riggers, it looked like. Couldn't get it. Sutton Olsen now has it.
Fundamental interception from Sutton Olsen.
Tyler Overstreet passes it from about the wing to the other side of the field to Hayes Carruthers. Gets it to Jack Rickers. Jack gets it taken from him. Evan Broughton takes it back and passes it to Colin Weiss, who's in the box right now. Short pass out to Carson Stalker. Pass up to about midfield. Looks like we've got our camera back. Apologies for the technical difficulties there. Hayes Carruthers. Just a nice pass back and forth there with Tyler Overstreet. And that's a high ball kicked up. Sutton Olsen, another good header. He's had a couple good headers there.
You always see Sutton Olsen at the end of those balls. I mean, you love to see him getting there and showing his presence.
Yep, and there's Noah manages to keep it away from FUMA on the outer wing there.
Little sweeper keeper action there from Colin Weiss.
Tyler Overstreet. This is a nice pass there. Almost got reached in, and another turning it away again. FUMA getting a lot of takeaways on these short passes. And here could be a good look. The shot will go wide right. Sorry, wide left from the shooter's perspective there. I believe the shooter there was Prince Kawanji. Brothers with King. It's a nice brother duo there, King and Prince. Here's Carson Stalker. And looks like he was almost diving for that one. And a high ball. Colin Weiss calls for it. Great communication there. Takes a hold of it. And rolls it over to Tyler Overstreet. Ruza Xavier reached in for that, trying to take it away. Only kicked it out, though. And Tyler Overstreet going to throw it in for the Saints. He's got Sutton Olsen right there. And Sutton Olsen is getting subbed out here. I believe that's Cole Butler coming in for him. Cole had a goal and 2 assists, both to Lucas Gordonier last game. First year on the team. Looks incredible. The high ball out, trying to get it downfield, goes right to Evan Broughton. And he's not going to let FUMA get that one. And Cole going upfield with it. Nice little pass there. Tyler Overstreet, fine for it. Just a little too much touch there, though.
It just gives me real joy to see Cole Butler playing for the Saints this year. You know, you always hear so much and see his talent in the academy, but his using this talent for the Saints, it's just amazing to see him play. Really just super talented.
Yeah, certainly the soccer team last 3 years has, I think, sent up a couple prayers for him to join their team. Looks like those prayers are answered. Of course, that's not to say they needed to pray to win or anything.
Exactly right.
And a high ball there across the wing. Barely getting bounds there. Daniel Keogh getting that gentle touch, keeping that in. And here's a through ball. And Jack Rickards had it. Looked like he was looking for that shot, but fortunately, he will not be able to get it.
Late offsides call there, but understandable
Yep.
from the refs.
And King puts it high. Cole Butler with a nice header there. Tyler Overstreet passing back to Evan Broughton. Across to Carson Stalker. And an attempted slide tackle there. Doesn't work, but he gets up real quick. And a pass down the side. As now Mason Groom catches up to it. Mason Groom looking for one. And a nice controlled shot there. Murray Matthews controlling that ball. Manages to keep it away. Looks like it could have gone to FUMA there, but he manages to keep it for the Saints and just pauses a little bit, catches his footing, and punches one into the back of the net. And that's the 4th goal, 27 minutes into the game. The Saints looking like they're going to Really, I mean, historically they play very well against FUMA. Looks like they're continuing that today.
Love to see that underclassmen connection between Murray Matthews and Mason Groom. Amazing through ball there for Murray. Murray tried to get the job done.
Yeah. And FUMA again loses that one. Just passes it back to his goalie. Smart thing to do there. The goalie, Jack Rickards has it.
Pressure.
Keeping it away. Good opportunity here. Jack Rickards, another goal.
What a goal.
Not even a minute later, Jack Rickards takes advantage of FUMA's mistake, gets the one-on-one and puts one in the back of the net. The 5th goal, not even 30 minutes into this game. The Saints look even better than they did on Wednesday.
He had that pressure from the FUMA defender, but very, very calm. Jack Rickards gets past him and puts in the net.
Yeah, that's I mean, if your opponent's going to make a mistake like that, I mean, it is a bad pass, bad turnover. They had a lot of guys up, not a lot of guys ready to make that quick transition back to defense. And, I mean, as a player and that gets gifted to you, you got to take advantage of that. And that's exactly what Jack Rickards did. Wasted no time, just ran with it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Mr. Wood's looking for there with his high pressure play style. He's looking for the defenders of the opposition team to make the mistake so that the attack of the Saints.
Here's something else for Jack Rickards, maybe. And another shot, another goal. Jack Rickards with the assist. And that's the 3rd goal in 3 minutes for the Saints. 6-0 on the 29-minute mark. And this is not looking good for FUMA. That was Mason Groom with the goal there, assisted by Jack Rickards. I believe that's Mason's 2nd goal of the game.
Yeah, Mason's feeling really confident in that right wing position there. Always
Cole
getting
Butler
through.
putting the moves on him. Cole Butler using his speed. Pass out. Looks like it could be another opportunity here. Unfortunately, they're going to blow that one dead. Daniel Kehoe. Looked like he might have had something there. I believe it was an offsides call, though.
Yeah, sadly, offsides call. Amazing through ball from Cole Butler there.
Yep. Yeah, the had a couple opportunities blown dead by offsides, but not hindering the Saints here.
With that scoreboard, no.
Yeah, and Cole Butler, another good header there. Cole gets it back, and FUMA is having a hard time with Cole Butler. And another opportunity here. And unfortunately, that one's not going to go.
Just a bit off the post there for Murray Matthews.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Jeremy Alexander Quinn, the FUMA goalkeeper, might have gotten a slight touch on it to redirect it. But I'm not 100% sure. Putting this one in. Saints just pouring it on. That is a 7th goal for the Saints.
Sadly, at this point in the game, there aren't any more big cheers for those goals.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd is just tired of seeing it. I think that was Cole Butler who put that one in.
Was Cole Butler.
A 2nd goal in 2 games. And, I mean, I believe that was 4 goals in 5 minutes for the Saints now. And it looks like it could turn something into again. So Murray Matthews and FUMA manages to stop that from getting too dangerous. And RJ Johnson putting the pressure on there. Cole Butler looks to keep it for himself, but unfortunately just going to kick that one out of bounds as Now FUMA goalkeeper going to take it up, and Saints making a ton of substitutions here. 4. And I think, this is a kind of game where, at this point, probably want to get some reps in for your younger guys. Let those less experienced players get their chance and see what they can do on the field. Let them develop a little bit because, to be honest, Saints don't look like they're in much danger here.
And if they might be, then I'd say they have enough of a buffer zone to be all right.
Yeah, 7-0 before the first. With 12 minutes to go in the first half. That is for FUMA. Got to be desperate already. So Evan Broughton clears it up a little bit. Looking for Cade Cox there. Cade Cox showing off his speed. Couldn't keep it with him, though. He's poked out. I believe that was Eddie Medina for FUMA who poked that one out from Cade.
Saints will have a corner here.
Corners up low to the ground. And unfortunately not going to turn that one into a goal, but looks like they can, they're going to keep this one. No, they will
Love
not.
that strategy, though, from the corner, though. Keep it low, let it pass through. Ooh.
And another goal, I think. Not 100% sure if that one counted. I think they might have called an offsides there. Yes, that will not count. So now FUMA going to take a goalie kick here. High and into the middle of the field as Mostar. And Evan Broughton. Oh, he loses it. This could be a chance for FUMA, but Saints look like they have it under control. Saints were quick to get onto their defensive assignments there.
Yeah, Saints even not letting anything get past them.
That one was way in front of Cade. Looks like he was trying to chase it a little bit, but just too far in front of him. So now here is... And Evan Broughton tries to get off to Carson Stalker, I believe, but it was stopped there. That was Prince who managed just to kick it off his shins, prevent that pass. But Saints are going to retain possession. They got it all the way down the field. Looked like he was trying to curve that one in, get into the goal, but unfortunately go right, just to the right, and just did not have the angle there. So that shot is going to just sail right.
Yeah, Cade tried the finesse shot there, but could not get it all the way with the round.
Hard to pull that one off, and now under 10 minutes left to go in this half, 9 minutes, and FUMA, and it's taken away there by Cole Butler, and a FUMA player's down, no whistle yet. As here's another through ball, looks like Cade Cox, and gonna blow the whistle now. I think that was looked like Jeremiah Alexander went down when Cole got the ball from him. Might have been some shin contact there, maybe. Or some players a lot of times roll their ankle in that situation, but he's up now, so I don't think it's anything too serious, luckily. Always relieved to see the player get up in that situation. And the Saints have done a great job against FUMA in these situations with those high balls, with those goalie kicks, getting their head on it, getting over the FUMA players. really has helped them in this situation, stop the offense from gaining any momentum.
Yeah, I mean, a majority of this Senko squad is pretty tall, so we can get to those balls a lot in the air. It's great to have that pressure off on the defense usually as well.
Yeah, tallest player on the squad, Connor Welch at 6'3", the goalkeeper, not in right now, and then got a couple guys at 6'2". And that goalie kick from Colin Weiss bounced about the middle of the field, and an impressive job there to retain possession. It was Murray Matthews with that fancy footwork there, keeping it to himself. Carson Stalker just keeping it away. And Cole Butler always seems to draw a crowd when he has the ball. And lots going on in that. Cole Butler has it again. Using his speed to get around these guys. And I think he was trying to get that one out to Murray Matthews for the shot, but unfortunately, Murray Matthews a little behind where he wanted him to be, and then Carson Stalker, the high ball there. Murray Matthews putting the pressure on him.
Double team.
Yeah, Aaron Castillo there was drawing a lot of pressure. And here could be something else.
August Wood whipped it in, couldn't find anyone.
Yep. And a high ball up there, just right to Carson Stalker, right where he needs to be there. It's August. And Cole Butler just going to pass it back downfield to Carson Stalker. And Saints not letting anybody from FUMA take it. Cole again manages to keep it away. Murray Matthews out to the wing. Here's Colin Wishnack. An ambitious shot there. That would have been a very impressive score, but just sailed right over. That was very ambitious what he's trying to do there.
You know he wanted one too. You know he moved his all the way up. It's in the FUMA's quarter, and you know he was looking for a shot there. He was looking for a goal.
Yeah, if that had been a little more controlled there, that would have been a very impressive score, but unfortunately it just goes right over and got nets back there for a reason. About 5 minutes left in this half. And here's Cade Cox using his speed to catch up to that one. Cade always seems like he's sprinting just full speed. And
offsides there from Cash Kisner.
Another offside. Saints have struggled with that a little bit. You know, I'm sure despite this huge lead, Coach Wood will be talking to them about offsides during halftime. And a high ball. And, oof. And barely managed to keep that one in FUMA, but unfortunately not going to make anything of it.
Great effort there from FUMA.
Yeah, we were at Colin Wishnack, thought he had the header, but I think missed time to jump a little bit, just a little too high. And the high ball up goes straight to Evan Broughton. And R.J. Johnson slips.
Amazing recovery there from R.J. Johnson, though.
Yeah, I keep wanting to call him A.J. Johnson. That's not his name. A.J. Johnson plays for the Wizards.
Yep, exactly. Correcting myself.
I think the Saints might be better at soccer than the Wizards are at basketball. And here could be a good opportunity for FUMA across to the middle of the field, looking for anything. The shot will not go in. To the left, Colin Weiss, goalkeeper, just going to let that one go. No need to take any action there. And for FUMA, that's got to be disheartening with that score, missing that opportunity. Yeah, looked like he was going to boot that, just going to tap that to Evan Braun. I imagine the Saints will just try and keep possession, stop FUMA from scoring to close this half out. I mean, looking at the score, I don't think there's a need for any, desperation scoring here.
Yeah, just go and relax into the half.
Yep. Yeah, just playing keep away here on the other side of the field. RJ Johnson passes it up and trying to hold on to it. FUMA recovers, and they will not keep it, though. So Fernando De Ilio was he had a foot on it, but couldn't keep it. RJ pass it. Oh, that's a great pass there. Getting that one out to Cash Kisner. As now that pass to Cade Cox, uses speed to get to it. Unfortunately, not going to get that last minute score. Like Cade Cox, I didn't think he was going to get to that at first, but I forget how fast he is.
Speed is helpful.
And oh no, Cade Cox just couldn't control that there. Just bad touch, I think. And Giovanni Garcia got dropped down a little bit there. And another one of these for FUMA. Really desperate for that score with 5 seconds left in this half. And he puts it up. And the header will stop that one from going in. And that will conclude the first half, I believe.
One more free kick for FUMA.
Yeah, they're going to get another kick. I believe this should be the last play of the first half. So we are past that 45-minute mark. It's going to be a free kick, I believe. Taken by Eddie Medina. No, it looked like it would be taken by Eddie Medina. It is not. Giovanni Garcia steps up to take that one, sails it over, and he looked frustrated there. Can't say I blame him. And that will do it for the first half. We'll be back in a couple minutes to quickly recap that first half. Saints go up into halftime 7-0. Hello and welcome back. Coming out of the half, just a quick halftime recap for you all. 7 goals on the board right now for the Saints. FUMA has none. Leopold's going to tell us who scored real quick.
So we got the sophomore Mason Groom with 2 goals, great finishes, all low angle shots. Then we have the freshman Murray Matthews giving us also 2 goals. Uh, Very nice tap ins, doing his job up front. Then we have Cole with a nice tap in from the cross. Lucas with amazing goal as well, and then Daniel Keogh as well.
Yeah, the Saints pouring it on. 7-0 is not a score you'll see much at halftime. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, just so many guys out there who can score. And Connor Welch warming up for out of the half, so looks like they're going to be swapping goalies again. They did the same on Monday. And the Saints have a very difficult schedule coming up through the next 5 games. They've got Christchurch on September 2nd, Tuesday at 4:30. Episcopal Thursday, September 4th at 4:30, both away. Bishop O'Connell will be streaming that Tuesday, September 9th, 4:45. Gonzaga away September 12th on Friday at 7 p.m. And then Collegiate at home September 16th on Tuesday. We'll be streaming that 6:30 p.m. That's a very difficult schedule coming up for the Saints. All teams that are very competitive within their respective leagues. I know Collegiate and St. Chris both always chasing that Visa State Championship. Gonzaga too. Gonzaga is a very competitive program. They're in a different league, but I believe last time they went up against St. Christopher's, they did a number on them. But of course, I think Saints do have a chance at all of these games. It's going to be difficult, but I don't think there's a game I'm looking at on here that I'm going to say, they don't have a chance of winning. I think they're a very great squad this year. I think they can pull all that off, but it's a very difficult stretch of competition, that's for sure. All right, welcome back after that short little break. Saints up 7-0 coming into the second half. And I got to say, FUMA just doesn't look like they're keeping up. They look disorganized. They look outpaced. And the Saints just completely dominating them.
FUMA's team looking a bit demoralized right now.
Yeah, and doesn't look like Coach Wood is planning on taking it easy on him as Lucas Gordonier out here to take this first kick.
Looks like we have the starting lineup back out.
Yeah, I'm seeing all those starters here, aside from Connor Welch, the goalie, but I think that's a regular thing, subbing out Conwees for Connor Welch at the half. And Daniel Keogh, nice pass there. Unfortunately, Son Olsen can't hold on to that one. And here could be a good opportunity to for FUMA. Saints managed to recover pretty quickly, though. And RJ Johnson passing it to Son Olsen. It's a very aggressive pass there by Connor Welch. Works out for him, though. And speeding for it. Unfortunately, Mason Groom couldn't keep it, but he might opportunity here to keep it. Unfortunately, I think no, that was poked out. So it looks like Saints gonna get that throw in. Son Olsen over to Chase Bierlin, back to Connor Welch. And this looks like it might turn dangerous. They've got a good setup here. Gonna play conservative though. Can't blame them, up 7-0. And some nice moves there. Pass on the field. Unfortunately, the pass is no good, and it's gonna get taken away. Good opportunity. Connor Welch made the smart play there, coming out to grab that one before FUMA could get a goal on the board.
Yeah, and great box out there from Carson Stalker.
Tyler Overstreet passing out to Son Olsen. And working around him a little bit is Chase Bierlin. RJ Johnson takes it. And Cole Butler putting the moves on him there. Pass out. Cole is scary with the ball. I mean, he's got a lot of speed there. Great dribbling ability. And here's a great opportunity here. Unfortunately, not going to score there. I thought Daniel Keogh was going to shoot that, but he attempted a pass that was disrupted there by King Kawani.
Great look there from Keogh, but just couldn't find anyone there. I mean, it was pretty similar to his goal on Wednesday from that same position.
Yeah,
but maybe just taking the safe route.
Yeah, I mean, with the score here, I can't blame him. Definitely looked like he could have made that shot, but I'm not seeing it from his perspective. And Lucas Gordonier has something going for him. The shot is blocked, but knocked back out to Daniel Keogh. And Daniel Keogh gets his second of the game. 8-0 for the Saints. Another goal about 3.5 minutes into the second half. It's like, I mean, Lucas Gordonier just put a lot of force on that ball. And,
no, it was an offsides called by the referee.
Oh, apologies. Offsides.
Looked good from our angle, but the refs always have the right call.
I'll say the refs are always closer to the field is what I'll say.
Closer to the field, exactly.
As any sports fan will tell you, the referees don't always have the right call. And here could be something dangerous for FUMA, and it looks like Evan Braun just flew in to take that one away.
Amazing speed there. Really was hoping as a spectator there to see a dirty slide tackle there from Evan Braun, but the interception takeaway was just as good.
And Saints playing conservative. They've had a couple quick bursts where they've seen opportunities and just ran it down the field this half, but for the most part, they've just been playing keep away, making sure FUMA doesn't get anything. And RJ Johnson passes it up the wing to Bierlin. Sorry, Mason Groom. And attempted slide tackle there. It doesn't look like it worked. Mason Groom keeps it. Back to RJ. Over to Bierlin. Lucas has it. Passes it over to Cole. Over to Tyler Overstreet. Tyler looks like he has something. The pass in, again disrupted there. There's King Huani again. He's been pretty good in those situations. He's disrupted a couple of his Saints' passes. Sorry, that looked like they could have been dangerous. And FUMA doesn't look like they're going to keep it for this one. Looks like it might have been a dangerous situation, but they're not going to manage to get hold of that. We're on the 51st minute of the game, and now FUMA's taking a corner kick here. Little curve on that. The header keeps it out. And a big pass up the field there by Mason Grube.
Very good clear there from Mason Grube, and just get it out of there. Keep some space.
Yep, Jackson Sereno got it and passed it to his goalkeeper here. And that's just right to Tyler Overstreet. Gets it taken away, though. Gets it back. Daniel Kehoe passes it over. I believe that was to Sutton Olsen. It was. Over to Cole Butler. Cole pokes it out to Overstreet again. Back to Cole. Passes over to Connor Welch. Passes it to RJ Johnson. It's a nice little triangle formation there. So couple passes. Cole pass across the field over to Overstreet. And Daniel looking dangerous. Dan couldn't get the goal out of that. Looked for another pass, but FUMA had the numbers to stop it. Carson dribbling up the field. Carson Stalker looking for it. Cannot get the shot, though, and a little collision there. Looked like Christian Escobar was trying to slide tackle it out, and the goalie came out at the same time. And yeah, going to we're coming out of the injury timeout here. Shmuel O'Brien looks like he had a little collision with his teammate. He's getting subbed out, walked off. We're going to come out of the timeout with a corner kick. And FUMA's second goalie, number 26, Titus Good, is coming in. And you just hate to see that happen to any player. Tyler Overstreet preparing to take this corner kick for the Saints as we come out of that timeout. Harry Groom right up in there in that goal. And rushing in, everybody coming in. Saints had a couple players looking for that opportunity, but Titus Good just got that one in, and big pass up the field, punt. Lucas Gordonier takes it. Son Olsen, nice pass across the field there to Mason. And it's just a short throw in there by FUMA. Mason Groom again putting it out. Looking for something out on the wing here. And almost managed to keep that one in, but unfortunately he just dribbled it out of bounds there. Another throw in here. It's a nice little move there by Chase to keep that one to himself. And FUMA really putting the pressure on in that corner. Pass up the field.
Lucas all by himself.
Yep.
Now
Cole Butler.
Cole
Cole
for
pass. Kehoe. Nice opportunity here. Kehoe beaten to it by the goalie, but he manages to recover. The goalie did not have enough time to suck it in. Tyler Overstreet. Pass over to Cole Butler. They're looking for an opportunity here. Couldn't find it. I think if Daniel Kehoe had gotten there just a little bit quicker, that could have been a goal. But unfortunately, Titus Good manages to keep that one out of the back of the net. And something else here. Tyler Overstreet beats him. Put some moves on him. Can't get anything right there, but gets it to... And a shot from Mason Groom is not going to go. Stopped by Titus Good there. Thought it was on target, but Titus Groom just deflected it. And Daniel Kehoe looks like he's taking a shot there, just off the shin, though. And Tyler Overstreet. Saints putting a lot more pressure on right now. And Cole Butler manages to poke it away from him. Looks like he could have had a good opportunity there, but couldn't keep it too secure. Tyler Overstreet, dangerous positioning out there. And a pass around him.
Amazing through
Daniel
ball.
gets it to again. Looks like he's trying to chip it up there. Unfortunately, that one's going to be stopped. King Kawanyi came in and stopped that one. And Sutton Olsen passes it back. Tyler Overstreet been getting the ball a lot in that position there. Over on that wing. And August Wood pass over to Lucas Gordonier. Lucas Gordonier passes it to Mason Groom. Back to Lucas. Daniel takes the shot and off the crossbar and into the back of the net. That was an amazing shot there by Daniel Kehoe.
You already know he was looking for one earlier when he got that shot off the shin from the FUMA defender. Yeah, amazing goal. Amazing goal.
Yep, second of the game. I believe his fourth of the season now. And FUMA I mean, just letting guys through too much, to be honest. It seemed a little disorganized in these situations, and I mean, the Saints are going to take advantage of that all day. Daniel Keogh passes it back to Cole Butler. Tyler Overstreet again on that wing. And it looks like it could be something else again. Daniel Kehoe has it. Lucas Gordon-Neer. Over to Chase. Chase Bjorn passes it to Son Olsen. Mason Groom over to RJ. Back to him. Lose it. FUMA manages to get the ball there. Passing it upfield. RJ chasing him. RJ looks like he might get it. Fall for it. Could not haul it in, though. Here's Carson Stalker to take control of that one. Carson going to take the safe pass over to Broughton. Tyler Overstreet has it on that left wing again. Daniel Kehoe chips it over. Lucas Gordon-Neer. I think they got called offsides again. Yeah, looks like another offsides from the Saints. I think that's their 5th or 6th time they've gotten an offsides call. Really just making that mistake a lot. Of course, I'm not too mad about it, looking as the rest of their how the rest of their game is looking.
It's just going back to that aggressive play. Of course you're going to be offsides if you're always looking for the through ball and always looking to be in front of the defender when you get the ball. But it might also be because FUMA defenders are doing a little offsides trap. You never know.
Coming into the 63rd minute of this game. 27 minutes left to play, plus whatever extra time the referees give them. FUMA has it on the outside wing there, dribbling into the middle. And looks like they're getting a corner kick here. Have a corner kick. Goes in, headed out there. I believe that's Son Olsen there who got a head on it. And they are subbing out everybody except RJ Johnson here. So, going to be mostly backups in for the Saints as they lead 8-0 going into the 65th minute of this game.
Oh, even RJ, just full squad.
Yeah, RJ coming off too. Or no, I don't believe. No, RJ is staying on.
Sides. RJ switching sides. Very versatile fullback.
Yeah.
Can be either on the left or right. But now I believe is he playing at the center back position? I think he is.
Connor Welch, light pass up. And Connor Welch, a good move there to keep that one now. A nice kick upfield by Connor Welch there. It's really a quick thinking there. I thought that might have been a goal, but Connor Welch just manages to get his foot on it before that attacker could. Jack Rickards passing it out. This could be dangerous. I believe that's Hayes Carruthers. Another offsides call.
Offsides.
That's just disappointing. This calls over and over again. I know Coach Wood is probably going to be upset at that. Looking at the score, though, I'm not going to beat them up for it.
You can't.
And Connor Welch just comes in to save that one.
Fundamentals.
Yep, nobody else too close to get a shot off on him. And RJ passing it up. Pass it to Bodie Freaky. Or Fricky, sorry. RJ passes it to the middle of the field. And, oh, Steer, some contact there. Murray Matthews.
Big foul there.
Yeah, he was running away with it. He got shoved, though. Looked like Jackson Sereno just put his hands on him.
Sadly, they did call the offsides, though.
Yeah.
But it looks like he is getting a talking to from the referee.
Yeah, that was a bad foul there. You can't do that. Even in that situation, you can't put your hands on someone like that. And King Kawani booting it upfield for FUMA. And, ooh, just a bad tap there. Saints taking advantage. Big pass up. Hayes Carruthers getting to it. Nice slide tackle there.
Very nice slide tackle there from the FUMA defender.
Yeah, Jackson Sereno. Quick thinking there. That was a great move, I will say. I think Hayes Carruthers probably would have scored on that if not for that move. That was a good move. And Hayes Carruthers will be taking this corner kick for St. Christopher's. Got Adam Bashara right up in there in the goal. Using the side of his body there, and that was a close call for FUMA. I believe that was Adam Bashara who manages to get his body on it there and almost went into the right side of the goal, but just off target there. So Titus Good gonna kick this one up. Christian Escobar jumping around and looking for a pass. Not a great pass there. Had a couple guys on that trajectory, but ended up with the wrong team and looking for anything. Trips over a little bit. Looked like he tripped over Adam Bashar's foot there. Cade Cox trying to find someone to pass to. Over to Adam. Adam falls down, some collision there. Right back up, so nothing serious, but just a little collision. Looks like he bumped up with Jeremy Alexander Quinn there. But luckily nobody hurt, just a little tumble. And Jack Rickards passing it over to Carruthers. Just out of reach. Sorry, just out of reach for Carruthers. And RJ making an effort there. Can't keep it in bounds though. High pass up. And here's RJ. RJ. $20 minutes left to play here, coming into the 70th minute. think that's Prince Kwanyi out there taking this kick for FUMA. Low kick. Looks like it was head straight for the goal. Connor Welch manages to haul it in, though. Boots it upfield. Some hang time on that one. And a couple players coming flying in to try and get that one. And Saints putting the pressure on here. Titus Good just passing it close to that teammate right there. And Hayes Curthers intercepts that one. Mason Groom looking for a pass. Hayes Carruthers could not quite connect with that pass there. Could have been dangerous. Passing it up the field. Connor Welch hauling it in. And he's in no hurry to make any quick moves here with the ball. I imagine the Saints just want their keeper to hold on to it as much as he can, as much as the rules will allow. Saints want to throw in here. Cade Cox passing it out. And nice little stop there. Good move. Couldn't make much out of it, at least not yet, with all this Saints around him. And it looks like he might have been trying for a shot there, looking at the velocity put on him, but just off the shin. I think it is Hayes Carruthers there, just off his shin. And Hayes Carruthers passing it up. Mason Groom. And Cade Cox, you know he's hungry for it. Dribbling around, can't get a shot off though. Catches up, stops it from going out of bounds. Puts a move on him, but unfortunately just rolls it out of bounds there. And FUMA goalkeeper just probably going to kick it upfield for this one. Try and get a goal. Try to put it far up the field probably. See if anybody can make a good play on the ball, get a goal for FUMA. Cade Cox. It's a good job to pass that one out. And Mason Groom, a little collision there. Almost rolled in. But unfortunately, it's going to go just a little to the left. Couldn't get a great shot off with a goalkeeper putting that pressure on him. Thought it was going to roll in for a second after that contact, but will not look out with that. About 15 minutes left to play, plus whatever extra time the officials give us. Passing a short pass up the field there. Jack Rickards dribbling around. Go to Mason. Loses it. Sorry, that was Murray Matthews. And Hayes Carruthers, nice opportunity here. Dribbles around. Will not. It looks like he's looking for Cade Cox. Not get that opportunity there as that pass is disrupted. Connor Welch calling for keeper. Just rolls it right back out there. Off the shin there, that pass. And FUMA looking for anything here. Jumping around. Gonna call him for offsides there, I believe. Been getting a lot of those calls this game. Connor Welch booting it upfield. Nice pass. Murray Matthews trying to catch up to it, but ball is just a little out of reach. And the boot upfield. And a little collision there. Falling down. Nobody hurt though. And Hayes Carruthers draws a double team there. Pass up. It's taken away. FUMA holding on to it. Looking for something. Saints all coming back to defense. Connor Welch calls for keeper. Hauls it in. Just rolls it out to his teammate there. Saints not in too much of a hurry here. No need to be. They're looking around. That pass a little too far. It's gonna give the Saints some time to come back on defense. And good job there, keeping it out. And Murray Matthews, if he gets a good pass here, it looks like Cade Cox wants it. A little behind Cade though. And an aggressive move there. Colin Wishnack came in trying to get that one. Just pokes it out of bounds. And Benedict Noller throwing it in. Long throw in. Just off his teammate's head there. And another FUMA player is down. You're going to let him play. Hayes Carruthers coming up. Makes the pass. Murray Matthews makes another pass. Hayes Carruthers. Hayes Carruthers has it on the wing. And Cade Cox wanted it, unfortunately, for FUMA. Or unfortunately, looks like Eddie Medina for FUMA was just in a better position to get that. Just got his head on it, put it out of bounds, and now Cade Cox going to take this corner kick for the Saints. Boots it up. Gets a head on it. Gonna roll left. That's Con Wishnack had his head on it. And going into 80th minute here, about just over 10 minutes left to play here. FUMA goalkeeper looking to see where he wants it. Passing it up. Deflected. Saints have it at about midfield. Connor Welch. The Saints involving their keeper a lot more this game than they did last game. Connor Welch has been making a lot of passes here. And August Wood chips it up. And off Titus. Titus couldn't haul it in. So slip up there. That could have been bad for FUMA. Kind of lucked out there. The Saints didn't manage to score on that. And Hayes Carruthers gonna keep it for the Saints, dribbling around, looking to put the moves on him. And it's poked out. It's Christian Escobar poked that out for FUMA. But Saints gonna be rewarded with a corner kick, which will be taken by Bodie Fricke. Putting it up the field, deflected there. And it's a good pass there, actually. It's Aaron Castillo passing up the wing. FUMA can't hold on to it, though. And a slide tackle there. Unfortunately, Adam Bashara couldn't hold on, couldn't get that one for the Saints. Another slide tackle. Noah Dino. Sorry, Noah Dano. Been getting that one wrong all day. We have a player down for FUMA. Just a quick injury timeout here. August Wood dribbling it up. It's a little long, though. Back to keeper for FUMA. Hayes Carruthers trying to put some pressure on that. Townsend Sexton with the shot. Wide right, though. FUMA goalkeeper gonna line it up for the kick here. He will nice. King will, I think, King Kawenyi will come up to kick this one up. Straight to the middle of the field there. Christian Escobar lining up to take this kick. Across the field there to his teammate, a little far there. And August putting the pressure on him. And the shot not going to go in for FUMA. It looked like a good opportunity, but couldn't get the right touch on that. And Hayes Carruthers manages to wrestle it away. Breakaway, Hayes
All alone.
Carruthers.
That's a
And
foul.
tumbles.
That's a foul. Little pen in the box.
And another FUMA player has gone down. I believe Hayes Carruthers took a foul there. But we've got an injury timeout. We'll be back after that. All right, coming back out of the injury timeout, Hayes Carruthers got fouled in the box there. Was about to score, but got put down. So he's going to be taking a free kick here.
Earning the foul and
Penalty
taking the
shot, sorry.
foul.
Yep.
Love to see it.
Would love to see Hayes Carruthers score. He's been a force out there for the Saints. Lines up, comes up, takes it, and a goal here. Hayes Carruthers.
Smooth down in the corner.
Yeah,
Smooth and low.
I mean, that placement was perfect. Saints go up 9-0 off of Hayes Carruthers' shot. Penalty kick there. That was about as good as it gets. I mean, right in that bottom corner. No need to try and, boot it top right.
1 minute to go here.
Yep.
See if FUMA can get a point on the board.
And dribbling around, looking for something here. Connor Welch, nice deflection there with his one hand. And Saints managed to keep it out of the back of their net there. FUMA had some good opportunities. I think it was going to go in, but Connor Welch had that save. Dived up with one hand. That was pretty impressive. And Hayes Carruthers putting the pressure on him. Unrelenting. Hayes Carruthers putting the moves on him. Hayes Carruthers poked out. And coming up at the 90th minute. Not sure how much extra time we're going to get. Yeah, and they're going to call the game. No extra time. Saints take another dominating victory, a 9-0 win. They're going to have a tough stretch here, some tough competition coming up for them next 5 games. It's a Christchurch, Episcopal, Bishop O'Connor, Gonzaga, and Collegiate. But right now, they look real good. They look hot. 9-0 and 7-1 was the score on Wednesday. Certainly an impressive couple of games here. And 9 goals. We had Mason Groom with 2. Murray Matthews, another two. Cole Butler had one. Lucas Gordon-Nier had one of his own. Keogh had two. Daniel Keogh, that is. And Hayes Carruthers to cap it off, make it 9-0 with that penalty shot. Thanks for tuning in. And our next stream will again be with soccer, I believe, on September 9th, Tuesday, Bishop O'Connell.